How can you turn your 9 to 5 skills into an online profitable business? Well, I'm going to tell you that it's possible. And whatever you hear from this mini masterclass, if any of this resonates with you, if any of this just lights you up, please give me some comments, put a lightning bolt in the comments, give me some emojis, hit it up for me. I would appreciate it. Now, just to give some context, how is this possible? How? So, I'm here to say, how did I, for example, I became a graphic designer, a freelance graphic designer. I did not get a degree in graphic design. I didn't. And I used my day job skills to be a freelance graphic designer. That is how. But it doesn't have to be a graphic designer. It can go into it. I could build up to more things. Like it could be a virtual assistant, a web designer. A lot of the things I had already knew, I could turn it into an online business. And I decided that I wanted more help in marketing. I wanted more business strategy. So I had the privilege of hiring my beautiful mentor, Xtina. And she is a millionaire. I had the privilege and still am working with her. How can I uplift my skills? How can I 10x, and how can I bring it onto the online space, and how can I grow it? So I got to learn at the table with the millionaire how to do it, and she uses organic marketing. She doesn't use Facebook ads. She doesn't use Facebook ads. Hers is purely organic growth. Organic growth using free apps such as Facebook. And then with the skills of learning from a millionaire, using those skills that she taught me, I ended up getting a VIP millionaire as a client. A client that is way ahead of me, way ahead of me. I'm here, she's way up here. She hired me because I was spiritual enough and grounded enough to hold space for her as a life coach. So I'm here to say that learning from a millionaire, getting to witness a millionaire even as her coach, seeing how she thinks, seeing how every day I have access to her. So I get to see how she thinks. I get to see how life moves with her, and she's also a mother of multiple children. So I get to see her navigate, and I'm also a mother of multiple children. So I get to see her navigate. How does she make money? How does she not stress the F out? How does she stay so calm and keep her cool and not burn out? Because it is such a real thing on the online space. Having an online business, if you do not know how to self-regulate, if you don't know how like when there are days that you're gonna get hit hard. How are you gonna keep going? There are so many entrepreneurs that fall off, that they stop, and I see many online coaches that fall off because they couldn't handle it. They didn't know how to, and a lot of it was burnout and competition. And it wasn't just a competition, it was them watching a competition. They weren't staying in their own lane. And then fear of like the other competition, but really there's enough to go around. But really it's about staying self-regulated and keeping your cool, still being a happy mom and still being a happy wife, still being there for your husband. Nobody thinks of that. Nobody thinks into that. When they say, yes, become an entrepreneur, that, what is that saying? It's, I forgot. Like, it's not for the faint of heart. It's you really do. It's really shedding some tears. There are days you're going to shed some tears. It can be hard, but it doesn't have to be hard when you have the right tools in your pocket. So I transformed my skills, my 9-to-5 skills. I turned them into become a freelance graphic designer. But then not only that, I could also turn it into a brand consultant, social media manager. If I wanted to, I can market myself as a bookkeeper or a web designer. People will want your skills. You have skills that people want and people need. It may not even have to be your 9-to-5. You may have a deep passion for writing, a deep passion for painting. I don't know what it is. It doesn't have to be a 9-to-5. You have skills that you could turn it into an online profitable business. Especially if you have 9-to-5. If you have a 9-to-5, you could turn that into, I don't care if you're a customer service rep, you could turn that into a profitable online business. Now, I invested over, now this made sense to me before I first hired my mentor. Before I first hired her, when I heard her talking, she talked about, the skills I'm going to teach you, they are 6 to 7 figure skills. I charge 10% of that, so I get my cut. I charge $10,000. She charges more than that now. A lot of mentors and coaches charge more now in the industry. At that time it was $10,000. And I had to do some really quick math, and I saw her, and I know she was not pulling my leg, and I knew her. It wasn't no MLMs. It wasn't no like being in people's in the DM boxes, shoving down sell pitches in people's faces. And it made in basic math sense to me. I'm like, wait a minute, you're telling me that investing $10,000 return of investment, I could turn that into $100,000. You're going to teach me how to turn that into $100,000? You're going to teach me how to make more than a neuroscientist. Outpace a neuroscientist, like go to school for 12 or more years, and I can probably teach. If I do the things you do and be really committed, I can get it, I can do it in a year. Okay. And these skills I can have for the lifetime. Okay. I will find the money. And I'm so freaking glad I did. Because the skills that a millionaire taught me helped me get a millionaire as a client. A VIP millionaire as a client. No pushy sales. I didn't pay for any advertising. I just use organic marketing. So I decided to do a course, and it's not 10,000 because I know a lot of people don't probably have that, and I wanted to make it accessible as many as possible. I wanted to help as many women as possible. So I created a course. I created a program. It's a 6-week program called 9 to Thrive. Now, if that was all you wanted to hear, was what I was talking about, how you can turn your 9-to-5 skills, if that's all you wanted to hear, and that I didn't use any paid advertisement, it was just organic social media, and if that's all you needed, thank you for being here. And I want to explain a way to work with me, how you could turn your skills into a profitable online business and make money. So it's a 6-week program, and what it entails, and I'm gonna look down at my notes. So it entails profits. I learned this from my mentor. I did not know anything. I've heard of profits, but I didn't know my worth. I didn't know my worth, and I didn't know what worth my time was and is, and how much to charge, and how to be profitable. And the second thing is how to get started. Do you need an LLC? I will explain more about that. I'm not a tax advisor, but just giving you how to start, whether or not if you need an LLC and all that, how to navigate through that, what other things you need to be set up for to be a thriving online business. And then the third thing is we'll talk about offers and services. How are we going to turn your skills into offers? Was calling me. And the fourth thing is audience growth. We got to do audience growth because you cannot sell to an empty room. So I'm going to teach you like how to grow your audience doing it organically. And the simplicity of sales. Simplicity of sales. I will talk about how to sell with feminine energetics, where we're not messaging people. We're not messaging people. We're going to put offers out there where you're going to pique people's interest, and they're going to ask you, what is that? How much is it? Here's my card.